Ever mixed to be in present simple so badly that your speech sounds like it needs therapy more than you do? Let me tell you something about this grammar. There are like two types of accents we've all unfortunately had in our lives. To be is the emotionally intense, slightly dramatic ex who always needed to label things. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm in love after one date. You know, the one who journaled through the entire relationships and cried during Pixar trailers. Meanwhile, present simple is the emotionally unavailable situationship who never talked about feelings, only facts. He comes, you hang out, he disappears for 3 days and comes back with no explanation. No drama, just dead eyes and commitment issues. In this video, I'm breaking down the difference between to be and present simple the only way I know how. Through personal trauma, messy relationships, and the kind of emotional storytelling that makes your therapist raise an eyebrow and silently increase your session time. By the end, you'll finally understand when to say, I'm tired, and I cry every Thursday. He's late, and he lies consistently and doesn't text back. I'm okay, and I drink wine at 1 a.m. and call it self-care. This isn't just grammar. This is linguistic healing with a side of heartbreak. So grab your notebook, your wine, probably both, because grammar, just like love, doesn't always make sense at first, but with the right guide, that's me, it gets hell of a lot easier. Need to be that guy who just sits there like a sexy stone, gives you this smoldering eye contact, says nothing and expects you to do literally everything. You have to make the first move, the second move, probably book the goddamn Airbnb for your getaway weekend too. You're out there flirting like it's a full-time job. And he's just sitting there like, if she wants me, she'll come. But then there is a plot twist. Once you finally break through that broody silence, suddenly he's a walking, talking feeling machine. He's not flashy, he's not exciting, but he's the one you rely on when you need to describe who someone is, how someone feels, or what something is like. You use it when you're describing what you are, not what you are doing. I'm tired. I exist in a state of a burnout and regret. She's beautiful and probably emotionally unavailable. We're at the bar, pretending that we're over our exes. He's happy, or faking it for Instagram. You use it when you're talking about being, not doing. But the problem is, when you're thinking in your language, especially one where you do use to be with actions, your brain betrays you, and then you say things like, I'm dance salsa every Tuesday, and wonder why people keep offering you beginner classes or medical help. But the second you try to describe yourself with an active verb, like drive, work, want, love, and you stick am in front of it, like a drank tattoo, you've officially entered the chaos zone. I am stalk my ex on Instagram every night. She's cry of a man who doesn't even use shampoo. They want different things, but still book a vacation together. No, absolutely not. To be isn't the guy who goes clubbing. He stays at home, watches The Crown, and only hangs out with adjectives, professions, locations, and feelings. He's not chasing verbs. He's sitting in therapy talking about boundaries. Let's say you're describing your current emotional mess. If you're sad, you say, I'm sad, because sad is a feeling, an adjective, a vibe. But if you're actively doing something, like crying over your ex at 2 a.m. while listening to Adele, then you ditch to be and go for present simple. I cry every night. She drinks too much wine. They regret everything. Present simple is that emotionally unavailable guy who texts okay with no punctuation and takes 3 business days to reply. It's action-based, cold, unbothered. It's not interested in how you feel. It just wants to know what you do. I live in Valencia. She drinks too much coffee. We cry at least twice a week. They ghost people regularly. No am, no is, just the cold, hard truth. Present simple doesn't care that you're emotionally spiraling. He just wants the facts. He's bold, he's active, he's doing things, saying things, calling you at midnight just to talk only about himself for an hour. This stance is used for actions, habits, truths, facts, day-to-day dumpster fire of life. I want someone who actually texts back. He lies, like a lot. They ghost people and call it self-care. Present simple tells you who someone is by showing what they do. And isn't that the ultimate red flag test? So, if you're describing what someone is or feels, used to be. I'm single, which is a status, not a cry for help, unless it's Sunday night. Then it's definitely a cry for help. He's charming, but suspicious. You know, the kind who makes you a playlist, but won't ever commit. We're tired of dating apps, because I've swiped so many times, I have trust issues. But if you're talking about what someone does, use present simple. I cry in the shower. It's called multitasking. She drinks oat milk and judges you. And she does it with the pinky up. He plays emotional games like it's a full-time job, with no benefits and zero communication. Mixing these two up, it's like texting your ex at 2 a.m. You can do it, but the outcome will be rather confusing, quite messy, probably involving you questioning your life choices. So, summing up, to be is the emotional state. Present simple is the chaos you cause while pretending you're fine. And if you forget, just ask yourself, am I being dramatic or am I doing something dumb again? Either way, now at least your English will make sense, even if your love life doesn't. Now go out there and speak to someone. And maybe don't date a man who refers to himself as an entrepreneur and still lives with his mom. It's just wrong.